Ladies and gentlemen, this is IWC's year-end spectacular. It's Winner Take All. It's December 10th, 2016. My name is Joe Dombrowski. I'm joined this time by the devious and dubious Benjamin C. Steele.
Right here.
And we kick things off with the intensity, the power of the man with more in his name, Justin LaBar's hired heavy. He is Wardlow, and a man that has been just steamrolling through IWC star left and right since hooking up with LaBar. Let me tell you, Wardlow's been nearly unstoppable, and he's not just winning, he's winning in emphatic, dominant fashion, oftentimes just 1 foot draped over some of IWC's toughest of all time.
And Joe, when you're that big and bad, you can do that sort of thing. And might I just say, as he is the only man with war in his name, and very proud of that, I might add, look at how happy Justin LaBar is. I am so happy to see him happy. Wait a minute. And you know, every time Justin LaBar speaks, an angel gets its wings.
Happy because Wardlow's given out season's beatings for the holiday, as we are about to see Haas versus Haas. We're about to see Wardlow being tested physically by a man that matches up with him better than any we've seen in IWC history to go one-on-one with LaBar's henchman. And Wardlow soaking in the adulation. This guy is vain, this guy loves himself, but man, you see him and he backs it up. Vegas has been the force in IWC wrestling since pretty much day one. In the start of 2001, Jimmy Vegas was the first ever man to hold the IWC championship on 2 different occasions. Jimmy Vegas, a former tag team champion. Jimmy Vegas is a man that when you want to test yourself, you stand up to this man. 270 pounds plus, about 6'3". Jimmy has maybe the most intimidating presence out of anybody through the annals of the International Wrestling Cartel. And the question is, no matter who you are, Wardlow or Vegas, how do you prepare to combat the other?
Well, what this is going to be, two semis going down the track that are going to run into each other. And I don't know if this is going to be so much a match where a man wins or a man survives. But the one thing I will say is I'm glad that I'm not in there right now. I'm actually happy to be up here with you.
We saw things break down between these two men back in the month of October. It was House of Hardcore and IWC in conjunction. That big Team IWC versus Team LaBar 6-man tag. Vegas and Wardlow were as physical as anything else that night, and they're picking up right where they left off.
And you know, Vegas seems to take it right to Wardlow, and I don't think Wardlow knows what to expect. Jeez, just powered right through him. LaBar certainly doesn't know what to do right now.
Both of these men were victorious a month ago in our big event up in Clearfield, Pennsylvania. They're coming in with momentum. They're coming in with something to prove. It's gut check time. Cha-ching slam early. And Vegas got it. Vegas not getting paid by the hour. No.
Whoa, a kick out at 1. That's going to be more a statement than anything.
A kick out at 1 from the maneuver of Jimmy Vegas that has pinned legends. Vegas has beaten CM Punk. He's beaten Raven, Tommy Dreamer, Sandman. He has a resume that's on par with anybody in this company, if not surpassing it. And Wardlow, the young gun, only a few years in the game, still has a lot to prove. Just made a major metaphoric screw you type of statement towards Jimmy Vegas, just spitting in the face again metaphorically of what has brought Vegas to the dance for so long.
You know, let's not forget the added leverage on the outside of.
Are you kidding me?
I was going to say the added leverage of LeBar. That's just going to anger Jimmy Vegas.
I've never seen a man slap Jimmy Vegas in the face and live to tell about it later.
Definitely not a smart move.
If Vegas can get to his feet, Wardlow's in for a world of trouble, but Wardlow doing a great job of applying the pressure on Vegas. And Vegas having some issues here. This man seems hurt in the early going, and that's testament again to the dominance of Wardlow, who deposits Vegas down with a hard scoop slam, almost made it look easy.
You know, we saw Vegas go into that corner earlier at an awkward angle.
Now look at this. We've seen again 1-foot pinfalls on many IWC stars. We've seen him beat Jimmy DeMarco emphatically, Super Hentai emphatically. But man, one finger on Jimmy Vegas. Wardlow's not just here to win. Wardlow's here to embarrass. And that could go one of two ways if you're in the camp of LeBar.
Well, Joe, you just simply don't embarrass Jimmy Vegas. We talked about his resume earlier. Well, Wardlow is confident, and I don't want to be the one to tell Wardlow what to do. I think it's just LeBar's job, but, oh, well, wait a minute. Well, I was going to say you don't want to anger Jimmy Vegas, but it seems that Wardlow's taking a different path.
And now, literally spitting on what Jimmy Vegas stands for, that Founding Fathers t-shirt was synonymous with the crew Vegas ran with for the past 5 or 6 years. They dominated this company. They changed the face of this company forever. And Wardlow, symbolically, ripping it off Vegas's body and discarding it like yesterday's news.
You know, we've seen Jimmy Vegas trying to get that right shoulder to kind of pop it back in its socket.
And again, a lax cover. That's a great observation, Mr. Steele. Vegas has been is attempting to maneuver and realign that shoulder, which has seemingly gone out in the early going of this match. Have you detected anything that may have been a definitive catalyst of that?
Well, as you mentioned, that awkward land into the corner, it could have even been on one of the spears that he had hit Wardlow with.
Well, we'll see if Wardlow's prophecy will come true regarding that t-shirt. Vegas counters. And a belly-to-belly, nicely done. Vegas on top, 2-0. And question here being, if Vegas does have a separated shoulder or a similar injury, would he be physically able to get Wardlow over in the cha-ching slam a second time?
Well, it's going to be a very difficult task. You know, Wardlow, upwards, I would say close to 3 bills if he's an ounce. And that's all muscle, by the way.
Wardlow to his feet, Vegas as well, but you see again, Vegas preoccupied with that arm and shoulder, and Wardlow, he's been programmed by Justin LeBar. He's had one of the greatest minds anywhere in independent wrestling, helping channel that strategy. Wardlow can see a weakness, he zones in on it. He's like that proverbial predator, that vulture, senses that blood and just zeroes in.
I would never think of Jimmy Vegas as the prey in any situation, but...
Well, Wardlow attempted to make him the prey, got caught! Footaway slam! And no absence of power there. Wardlow practically sent outside the ring.
And LeBar is certainly beside himself. Can I go down and check on him?
You stay here. Check on who?
My friend.
LeBar, there's a cover to a no.
I happen to know Justin LeBar does not like you. He loves me.
I don't care what Justin LeBar likes.
We're 2 men cut from the same.
I'm on the good show on Wrestling.
Does it have Justin LeBar?
That's why it's good. He's not anywhere near it. Look at this. Wardlow just scooped up Vegas like he's nothing. That neck breaker, that Wardlow driver, and Vegas is motionless.
Now this is where Wardlow needs to take it to him. This isn't really the time to showboat or to
Justin,
celebrate.
his knee pad, fixing his hair. Are you kidding me? One of the toughest men in IWC history now, 1 foot, and Vegas not going to stand for that. It worked for DeMarco. It worked on Hentai. And Vegas picks the ankle. Once upon a time, Jimmy Vegas and Eric Angle, brother of Kurt, had some battles here. Maybe Vegas channeling those.
And Joe, you and I have said it before, what's the best way?
Wardlow, center of the ring, nowhere to go.
You know, the best way to take out a tree is to attack it at the bottom, at that base.
But will Wardlow tap? Can you imagine that visual?
So you will not have a happy Wardlow, you will not have a happy LeBar.
You may have a broken Wardlow. Can he get to the rope? LeBar there inching, and Vegas pulls him back again. And look at Vegas over top of the leg of Wardlow, not giving him any chance to move, any chance to crawl out of the way. Oh, look at LeBar.
What happened?
LeBar grabbing a hold of Wardlow, and Vegas still said, wait, Wardlow's tapping.
Well, Joe, you see, what he's trying to do, he's trying to tell
History
the referee.
was made. What? Tell him nothing. This match should be over. Oh, come on. Wardlow downstairs, the roll up. Wardlow steals it.
Yes. What a definitive victory.
What?
Purely dominated Wardlow did to Jimmy Vegas.
What match were you watching?
And brilliant by Justin LeBar explaining to the referee about what was going on. What a great start to the night. Aren't you happy?
Wardlow was defeated. He was tapping out. LeBar sticks his nose where it doesn't belong again. And now Wardlow going to act like it's handily. He was handily defeating Jimmy Vegas. That's not the case at all. Vegas is hurt. He obviously struck below the belt. The official missed it, but everybody else in the place saw it.
Oh, we get to hear him speak. Joe, shut up.
And if this is a sign of things to come, LeBar could represent the IWC champion by the end of the night. Hey, look out!
Yeah, I guess that shoulder just doesn't hold up anymore, huh?
Need a SWAT team to get Vegas out of
What did I
here.
tell you? Well, what happened to Vegas will stay with Vegas forever, yeah. I know, we're number one. Team LeBar is number one. What? That's the first victory of what is going to be a historic night for Team LeBar. And guys, I have some breaking news for you. I have it on good knowledge from my reliable sources that your IWC heavyweight champion DJZ, he's not medically cleared and he's not going to wrestle tonight.
Well, we've heard rumors about existing
He
injuries.
is not going to be wrestling, Mr. Entertainment. And in fact, let's go ahead and start the legal proceedings. Please welcome to the room the Team LeBar, Mr. Entertainment, RJ
BC Steel, have you heard any of these rumors and innuendo regarding DJZ's injury? We know he's had I believe a knee injury, a wrist injury. He's had a couple of different issues going on. Can you shed any light or any hot news on this?
Well, as a man that's always on top of the hot news, the same sources that talked to LeBar also told me that no doctor would clear DJZ for his title defense. And as you know what that means that the title should just be given to RJ City.
RJ City, the shortest reigning IWC champion in history.
Did you have to bring that up?
Won it dubiously. Could do the same tonight.
This man was going to be taking on DJZ tonight, but as I said, I have it on good knowledge. I believe you've heard the same valuable information I have, RJ, that DJZ is not going to be able to complete. Doctors will not allow no matter how much he asks, begs, and pleads. So let's go ahead, let's get this title changed hands. Let's get official DJZ, come on out here like the quitter that you are.
You know, kudos to Justin LeBar for letting the people know, giving them vital information for their everyday life about DJZ. What a humanitarian.
A humanitarian, are you kidding me?
He didn't make fun of DJZ because he's not, you know, he's afraid of him. There, I said it. There, are you happy now? DJZ is afraid of RJC.
Please. DJZ doesn't know the meaning of the word afraid. You might as well be speaking everyday French. She doesn't understand that. DJZ is a very gutsy, defiant champion, whether it's the TNA X Division title, whether it's the IWC title. He's held the IWC Triple Crown, and he doesn't look too happy about the way he's been represented so far.
Sweet gentlemen. All right, let's just cut to the chase. Justin LeBar?
Suck!
You're absolutely right. I am not medically cleared, and I cannot compete here tonight.
Wow.
I had rehabbed, I had hoped and prayed that I'd be able to, but it's just not going to happen. As you can see, I'm wearing a cast. I injured my wrist back in September. Didn't think much of it. Kept wrestling for another month. Finally got an x-ray, and turns out I had broken my wrist in 2 places. Long story short, I had to get surgery. I will eventually return to the ring and to IWC, but tonight's just not going to be that night. So what does this mean for the IWC title? Well, let's be real. I haven't had the opportunity to defend this title since August. So you fans definitely deserve an IWC World Heavyweight title match. And more importantly, you deserve an IWC champion. So as much as it kills me to do this, especially after how hard I worked each time I did defend this title, I got no choice, guys. I'm sorry. I have to vacate the IWC title tonight. That's right. DJZ, vacate the title, drop it, doesn't belong to you. Hey, Wardlow, what do you think about that? Number 1 world champion DJZ, huh? What's he gonna piece of your mind?
Hey! Come on.
Yeah, that's taken care of.
That's an injured man.
What's your point?
An injured man that can't compete. And that could have set DJZ's recovery time back even further. That was completely uncalled for. LeBar got what he wanted. DJZ's not the champion.
I guess we can now officially say the IWC World Championship belongs to Team LeBar. I think we can all honestly say the IWC Championship belongs to the biggest star in this company. I think we can all say this IWC Championship belongs to the man that's worked for it.
Wait a second.
RJ City, you're fired.
What? What? Wardlow just nearly took the head off of RJ City.
That's right. You see, RJ, Hollywood just got to your head. You put all the Nickelodeon and the jokes and the Ethel moments, you put it all, you prioritize it all ahead of Team LeBar. And that was a bad business decision. So, I know that these fans deserve to see a title match tonight, and because I am still your, well, just as a minute ago, it's your legal representation, but it's still this business day, so therefore, tonight, you people will get to see a match. It's going to be more of a slaughtering, because hanging in the balance will be this title. And RJ, if you can lift your ass back out here, you can go ahead and try to fight Wardlow for it.
I'm speechless. I don't know what to say about this. It looked like RJ City was going to get the IWC Championship on a silver platter, and Justin LaBar hedges his bets and apparently determines that Wardlow's the blue chipper.
Well, he's not wrong. We just saw what he did to Jimmy Vegas, and it's a humanitarian move, I use that word again, for LaBar. He's going to let...
What's going through the mind of RJ City right now?
Well, he's probably thinking, man, you know what? I shouldn't have done that extra Hollywood deal. I should have called LaBar. Maybe I should have sent a text message, or maybe I should have been a little bit more loyal to Team LaBar. That's what he's thinking.
And now RJ will have to fight Team LaBar to win the IWC Championship, which is now vacant. Could this be a sign of things to come? RJ now revered by the fans? What else is going to happen here tonight? What in the world is this? Well, I know what it is, but why is it?
Apparently we're going to beat it, Joe.
As it beat the tag team champions, as the challengers make their way into the ring. Minder Ace, Remy, Lavey, the Bearcat, Keith Haught. They've had some inspirational wins. Hey, they beat the Fraternity in Meadville, Pennsylvania, with a near record crowd watching, and Booker T with their backs. Can they two-peat? Can lightning strike twice? Can the unlikely team get the Cinderella win here in Elizabeth?
I like Stevie Ray a lot better, first of all.
I thought you came here for the Booker T's.
No, I came here for the Fraternity is what I came for. And Bulk Nasty, and Chris LeRusso, and maybe to carry you. You're welcome, by the way.
Keith Haught, a two-time former tag team champion. Did you know that?
I did. Team Remy LeBay and Colin Delaney. Not at the same time. That'd be 6 men.
Would be.
Well, they would be 3 men. They wouldn't be 6.
They could wrestle the Freebirds. Now what? Oh, Channing Decker's going to run his mouth. Can you believe that?
Good.
Reigning two-time tag champions.
Something else, aren't you? Here you have the greatest tag team in IWC history. And you people are too stupid to realize it. The only reason these 2 bags of milk ever won the IWC Tag Team Championship.
Now these people are not nice.
Shut up! The only reason they ever won is because Booker T stole them from us.
It's true. I just said it earlier.
You know Booker T, don't you? You're pretty stupid with me. Like that this week?
The guy with plastic cups around his neck says other people look
And
stupid.
don't worry, you stupid Yankee fan. The second we're done kicking these guys' asses, we're coming right to you.
That's fair.
I said come with your girl too, but you don't have one.
I've wanted that guy to get punched in the face.
So without further ado, excuse us while we go defend these championships one more time.
They're blaming all their problems on Booker T. Is Booker T here? Is Stevie Ray here?
Well,
oh, wait a second. Oh, from behind. Apparently, Decker and Gibson just set that up to distract Remy and Keith.
well, Joe, there's no Booker T, there's no Stevie Ray, but we do have the Fraternity.
It was all a ruse. It was all a swerve.
We were hoodwinked. Well, I wasn't. I knew he wasn't here.
You were flim-flammed even. But what the matter is here is that the fraternity obviously feel threatened by Remy and Keith Haught, obviously feel in danger of losing those titles again, Booker T or not. So they're stooping to all costs to try to get the advantage, and it's not working so well. Goodbye, Gibson. Foot to the face of Decker. Oh, we got some jabs that make the Dream proud, and we got some clubbering coming up. Bionic elbow, if you will.
With the fists.
And it's all going down on Saturday night.
Okay, then. Who's going to go to the pay window? Well, no, you know what? I'll answer that. It's going to be the fraternity.
Oh, there's a flapjack. Shades of the Midnight Express. Maybe we'll have Jim Crockett present the title to the winner.
Wow.
Maybe David Crockett will do it. Come take your job. Watch him, man.
Will you stop?
Keith Haught and Remy Lavey have come out on fire, much to the chagrin of the fraternity, and in spite of their attempts otherwise, how do you rate the chances of the challengers now?
Like Eminem and a Covenant, slim to none. My thinking is that you gotta beat the champs. They don't gotta beat you. And look at the fraternity. Who's gonna beat them? Nobody. There, answer for you.
Wouldn't you agree that Keith Haught has made a living off of the people underestimating him?
Oh, Joe, no.
Oh,
I see the moon.
no! Oh, there's craters everywhere.
Oh, that was not by the light of the silvery moon. But I'll tell you, Gibson is moonstruck.
River, wider than a mile.
Are you singing Andy Williams?
Oh, God. To my point that I was making, what seems like eons ago, 2 count by Gibson, Keith Haught's made a living off people underestimating him and looking past him. That's why he's a multiple-time tag team champion.
Hey, I'm not going to say that there aren't people that have taken that team lightly and ended up on the losing end. I'm not going to say that at all. I give credit where it's due. They are the former tag team champions, but that's the word, Joe. Former. Nobody likes Remy Lavey. Keith Haught can't keep a partner. And everybody loves the fraternity.
Remy Lavey getting frustrated, justifiably so. He has to look at visuals like this as the fraternity double teams.
You're lucky he's not still looking for Booker T, Stevie Ray, and Big T, and Swole, and the No Limit Soldiers.
And I'll give credit, the fraternity have absolutely dominated tag team wrestling in IWC in 2016. Only 2 weeks have kept them from sweeping the year.
No, I think we should take the record, but we should just disregard Remy Lavey and Keith Haught's title.
What? Why? They won. Cover. Your fault.
Yeah, but they were helped by Booker T. You didn't see...
They were not helped by Booker T. Let's clarify. Fraternity went to use their wooden fraternity paddle. Booker T took the paddle from them and made it a fair fight. That's how Booker T helped. He just gave them a chance.
Well, then why didn't the fraternity get somebody like, I don't know, Horace Hogan or somebody out here?
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the fact that Haught and Remy Lavey were in a war for months with Marshall the Bull Gambino and Bronco McBride. And Marshall revealed a month ago in Clearfield, it wasn't about malice, it wasn't about hatred. It was a test to see if they had what it took to represent the tag division moving forward. And Marshall gave his handshake, his endorsement. Marshall feels Keith Haught and Remy have what it takes to be the team into 2017. And you know, as Channing Decker takes a cheap shot, and again, that paddle again getting involved.
I'll tell you,
They're hiding behind that paddle again, but my point, Ben, is that an endorsement from Marshall Gambino does not come easily and is not taken lightly.
Well, absolutely. I'm still a little flabbergasted from what we saw with Marshall Gambino, but
Yikes.
Impressive. And you know, if it were anybody else, I love the pyramid. Or Eiffel Tower, excuse me.
Yeah, run country, pal.
I was still in Europe. I'm excited. The fraternity's out here. No, they can go to do the Eiffel Tower. They can go to a pyramid.
Pyramids aren't in Europe, you idiot.
Maybe they'll go to the Nile. That's in Europe too.
What?
What kind of Europe do you know? This is the final countdown for Remy and Haught. now you're here.
What is this? What is Channing doing? No.
Now we're going to see the well-defined moon.
This is not necessary.
Ladies, hide your dollar bill.
What happened to my life? Goodbye.
That lady in the front row had about a 20 out ready to...
Did you see his tailbone? I think he cracked it on that.
That would be the coccyx.
Yeah, that too. Here comes Gibson. Will he get the Remy? No! Oh, man, so close.
Smart teamwork there. That's why they're the tag team champions. Always knowing where they're at.
I think Sorgatron Media's got to put a TVMA graphic in the corner. And they're going to double team again on Haught. And you got to feel for Remy Lavey. There's a cover, hook in the leg.
Wait, what do I got to feel for Remy and Keith Haught? No.
You got to feel for Remy because he's frustrated and he hasn't been able to get a chance to be tagged into this matchup thanks to these illegal double teams.
I actually feel bad for Channing Decker for hurting his posterior.
I feel bad for Channing Decker for wearing whatever you'd call it, that necklace with plastic cups around it.
That would be a cup necklace.
That would be a cup necklace.
Yes, used for shots. As I've told you before, you weren't in a fraternity. I was. I was in Phi Kappa Bama Whamma Jamma.
Here's a drop kick, nicely done. You were in what?
I was. I'm very proud to play.
Like you were in the track guy fraternity. Be that as it may, there's a tag. Here comes Trent Gibson. Frequent tags by the champions, though. I will give them credit as far as being the proverbial well-oiled machine. They are certainly living up to those expectations.
Very well-oiled. Very much a machine.
Thank you for clarifying.
And now Peacock's going to taste the boot.
Oh.
You ever tasted shoelaces, Joe?
Have I ever tasted shoelaces? Not lately, though.
Would you like to?
Rather not. I'm fine, thank you. I filled up on catering.
I didn't get any cookies, by the way. Thanks a lot. And the cookies are not going to be for Lavey and Haught because right now Keith Haught needs to make a tag.
That's a hell of a segue. Keith Haught's in a lot of trouble right now. Double team ring cut off at a hypotenuse, and Decker's going for the style points on the cover.
Now, I brought home ec into this. You're bringing geometry.
I'd love to see Keith Haught bring Remy Lavey into this.
You know, I would not. I could watch them beat on Keith Haught all night. No, can we get that? Can I tell them just to beat on him?
Into the boot again. No, Keith Haught blocks it. Second time. Oh, look at this! Decker hits face first into Gibson's boot.
Well, that was an illegal use of the boot. Keith Haught should be disqualified at this point.
Oh, get out of here. Keith Haught's got to get the tag. Can he get there in time? Oh, no, both fraternity members get involved.
See, that's the thing with fraternity brothers. It's like they think as one.
Look at this. Double DDT. Keith Haught poured all the stops.
Well, I think Remy was about to have a conniption on the apron. They're trying to get Keith Haught over to him. Oh, here we go.
Can Keith get there? Yeah, we got a tag. Mind Eraser unloads. And he may make the fraternity's tag title reign a forgotten memory of the past. Look at this energy from Remy.
Well, there's going to be no energy anymore. Watch this, Joe.
Remy got caught, but only for a second. Look at this. Neck breaker, and both fraternity members down. New champions down.
You know, that was close. We have Gibson there on the outside. He is far, far away from his corner.
But Keith Haught's ready. Could it be time for a hot mess?
Oh, it's certainly time for a hot mess. Oh, there we go.
And Gibson takes Remy into the steel, and oh, Decker! The suplex from up top to Haught. Fraternity covers. Oh, Keith Haught's still alive.
That was a slow count. That should have been 3. Look, Decker telling the referee there that should have been 3.
And the fraternity can't believe it.
Oh, somebody shut these people up. We heard 2. cake stand time, Joe. You ever done a cake stand?
Well, what else would it be? They yelled out keg stand. And that'll do it. They've won many tag title defenses that way. Look at this. Keith Haught counters a keg stand. Here comes Remy again. From the top, missile drop kick.
Oh, he just picked up the 710 and split the Fraternity. So the Fraternity might be in trouble. They need some assistance or something.
Look at Remy unload. I love it. Oh, got caught. We've seen this before. Nowhere for Remy to go. Gravity drops him right into the weighting impact of Decker's boot. Look at this. Oh my God.
Joe, that was beautiful.
And it's not enough. Keith Haught makes the save.
Come on. What do you got to do to put these guys away? They're like little gnats. They just won't disappear.
They won't quit. They're fighters.
So, have you ever been around somebody so annoying you just want them to disappear?
Yeah, once or twice.
Well, I'm telling you, you know then that it's very, very annoying, and that's what I'm seeing right now.
Keith Haught would love that third tag title reign.
You know, I hate to say it, but I think these people would like to see that as well.
Handful of beard by Decker.
That's what he gets for having facial hair.
Who do you think's winning this struggle thus far?
Well, right now it's going to be Decker.
Look at this. You sure about that?
Well, not now.
Here comes Gibson. Ah, got him right in the temple. Remy has Gibson. Look at this. Keith with the knee.
I don't think he knows where he's at this point.
Boston Crab potentially. Gibson in trouble. Here comes Decker. Keith caught Decker.
I think Keith knew that was coming. Oh, come on, no. Joe, don't you got to get one of them out of the ring?
Double Boston Crab. Can we see it? Will we see new champions double submission?
No, fight it.
There's no one to help them. They're looking at each other, but nothing the other can do.
Okay, he's got the rope.
Gibson got there, Decker got there. Man, that was to the wire. You could feel it that we were seconds away from seeing the champions.
I think Remy and Keith certainly thought so. And they're not done. Hey, I'll give it to them. They're showing really well right now. And if we have a hot mess, I think it's over. We have a hot mess.
I agree with you. Wait, Decker. Oh no, Keith Haught. Oh, that was such a violent landing. Haught could not control his fall at all. Channing Decker just saved his buddy, saved his partner. Now look at this. Wait a second. Oh! That alcohol in the eyes! Remy's blinded, it's got a sting, and the Fraternity keep the title.
Joe, all they were trying to do was give Remy Lavey a nice drink, a nice refreshment.
Oh, stop it.
And just in case the people missed it, still the IWC Tag Team Champions, the Fraternity!
1987 wants their color commentator back. You can't do better than that. Fraternity. Channing Decker is just a real piece of work, isn't he?
Says the man that's referencing the Crockett's earlier and everything. These aren't your Mulkeys. These are the IWC Tag Team Champions. Got any Ethel Merman references or anything? Like all the Ethel Mermans?
That's somebody. And now knocking Booker T. I'd love to see Harlem Heat challenge the Fraternity someday.
Look at that. That's a beautiful spinneroonie. Best one I've ever seen.
That was embarrassing.
Almost gave him the bookend, Joe.
Yeah, I got it.
You know, all this time I was up here and I didn't do a single Stevie Ray commentary impression.
BC Steel, tell me I didn't just see that. Fraternity still the champions.
The following contest is a 2-on-1 handicap ladder match. The only way to win this contest is to climb the ladder and pull down the briefcase. Inside the briefcase are 2 IWC contracts. If Team Storm wins this contest, they will become full-time members of the IWC roster. If Andrew Palace wins this match, Team Storm must leave IWC.
Well, there you have it. The stakes have been set for this handicapped ladder match. Not often you see a stipulation like this in professional wrestling, especially with major stakes.
Joe, stand up. Stand up, Joe.
I'd rather not. Both these gentlemen were trained by Lance Storm in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and came into IWC through another Lance Storm buddy. They snuck in through the back door, and when that other guy fled town, these guys stuck around. And I think Andrew Palace is ready to get rid of them once and for all. This Jaxon Argos guy, overbearing, in-your-face, obnoxious personality.
Do we know the same Jaxon Argos?
Unfortunately, we do.
I'll tell you, I went up to catering, and he was serving me like it was his own food.
Oh, get out of here.
I saw you stealing bags of chips earlier, too, by the way. You know, I love Canada. I love everything about Canada.
I love a lot of things about Canada. Canada's always been great to me. I'm a fan of Tim Hortons. A lot of great wrestlers and promoters up in Canada. But these guys aren't even Canadian. They just trained up in Canada.
Well, it's like Canada adopted them.
Where?
Canada.
You said Canadian.
No, I did not. Don't lie to the people.
What is on R.C. Dupree's stomach?
I believe that's Marilyn Monroe.
Part of it. It's the Spasmania Devil! The frenetic energy of Andrew Palace! It's infectious! Here at IWC Wrestling!
The man who does not know the meaning of the word decaf, Andrew Palace.
And the man that's had his career derailed by these Lance Storm stooges for the past several months.
Did you just call Argos and Dupree stooges?
Yes, I did.
I'm telling them.
I hope you do.
I'm telling them. I'm going to call Lance Storm, too.
I love Lance.
I'm more of a Cyrus guy myself.
This event has been good to Andrew Palace in the past. Got a bit of a winner-take-all streak on his hands. Recaptured the Super Indy title a year ago.
But, do you remember what happened last year after he captured the Super Indy title?
I do.
Tell the people. Go ahead, Joe. Tell them. Come on, tell them.
Chris LeRusso showed up.
Oh, and the days have not been brighter. Now that is wrong.
Crowd is chanting, "Send them back." We had some amateur Border Patrol agents here. Again, this is a ladder match. If Argos and Dupree win, they get to sign their IWC contracts. If Palace wins, he takes those contracts, he rips them up, and we never see these two yahoos again.
I don't think it's fair that they had to fight for their contract. If I were running the show, I would have just gave it to them.
You don't think it's fair they have to earn something?
No, I would have just gave it to them.
And it's already suspect if they'll even earn it because it's 2-on-1. Why wasn't Palace mandated to pick a partner here?
Nobody wants to team with Andrew Palace.
You serious? Ouch!
And Mr. Dupree may need teeth. And a chiropractor. They save lives.
Well, will they save the jobs of Argos and Dupree? Palace is coming out all guns blazing.
You know, when you think about it, Argos and Dupree, they're actually Team Storm, if you will. They're fighting for Canada right now.
Are they?
Yes.
Why?
Because they are the pride of Canada. Name another wrestler better than those two from Canada.
Well, every Canadian wrestler, because they're not wrestlers from Canada.
Well, they trained in Canada. It's the same thing.
Did.
Semantics, Joe.
I don't think that's true. Wait, look at this. Argos into the steel.
Oh, no, I'm right here.
Argos into the guardrail. And keep in mind, with the handicapped matchup, Palace could be distracted with Argos, and Dupree could sneak in with a ladder and get the briefcase with a contract.
Well, Palace is distracted when somebody jingles their keys at him, so...
Oh, Argos into the... Where'd he go, into the seats?
Yeah, by way of Andrew Palace's elbow, well...
Dupree's taking his sweet time, and he's going to pay for it. He gets scolded and slapped in the face. I love it.
You would.
These guys are annoying.
And why are you wearing red? Does that mean that you're for Canada?
I'm very Switzerland here. I'm neutral. Ouch.
Well, nobody likes Switzerland.
I love Switzerland. Never been there. Used to go to England.
I've heard.
RC might not know what country he's in now.
Oh, look at...
He could be in Saskatchewan or Timbuktu.
Aren't they both in Canada?
Don't know. Neither does he.
No more times. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Hasn't he suffered enough?
Chop him right in the Monroe. But keep in mind, Palace, you got to climb the ladder. Don't be too distracted. Argos has been neutralized for several minutes.
Keep in mind, Palace. What are you, his cheerleader?
I'm explaining match strategy. He can't hear me. What do you want me to do?
I don't know. He's got very good hearing.
I'm trying to tell stories.
Okay, so this one time, right?
Argos got involved. I think he went to the eyes of Palace. He came from the crowd. I think Palace was going to deposit Dupree on top of Argos. Didn't work out that way.
You know, I'll tell you, I've been very impressed with everything I've seen from Argos and Dupree. And as an added bonus, they're going after Andrew Palace. You know, we saw the...
They could finish the job. You couldn't.
Really? You had to go there.
Whoa. What is this?
Well, 2 ladders is better than 1.
And what Argos is choking Palace with that... Was that the Canadian flagpole?
Oh, Canada.
That's all you know, isn't it?
I'm sorry, we got a match going
Home
on.
and native land, true pay. Well, we could do that later. Oh, God!
Well, you know what's not going to happen later? Andrew Palace sitting down.
Oh! But we may have a contract signing later. Palace may be incapacitated.
I would love a contract signing for those two.
Yeah, but again, that's later. They got to get through Palace now.
Everything's later with you.
Yeah, because they have to earn it.
They did earn it.
Palace in a ton of pain. What have they done other than get involved in matches they weren't supposed to be in and make life miserable for Palace?
Well, Joe, they went to Calgary, Alberta, Canada, to train under the Great Lance Storm.
That's how they earned a way into the business.
That's like having Shakespeare teach you how to write.
Well, you think every Tom, Dick, and Harry that goes through training can get an IWC? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not, but when you're trained by Lance Storm...
Look at this! Oh, Palace just seesawed the ladder into both their Canadian faces.
Well, I was going to say, when you train with the Great Lance Storm, it's like Shakespeare teaching you how to write. It's like Pavarotti teaching you how to sing. It's like me teaching you how to manage or do commentary.
I don't think they were paying attention on the day respect was taught. Oh, Dupree into Argos. And now Palace with an equalizer.
And you know, speaking from previous experience, when it comes to a weapon, Andrew Palace is very dangerous with it. Oh, well, wait a minute.
Oh, my God.
Well, I think Argos and Dupree are a little out of it. They need to wake up. Guys, wake up.
There's a wake-up call.
I don't think they heard me.
That's an alarm and a half right there.
And, well, I mentioned Pavarotti earlier. I believe Dupree and Argos may be singing falsetto by the end of the night.
Dupree still trying to fight, but Palace all over him. This guy's out on his feet. Lance Storm never did do many ladder matches.
Well, that might have been something they had to pick up on their own. And you're right, he's
learning on the fly, I think.
He's mumbling and stumbling and fumbling around there.
Ouch!
And shame on these people being bloodthirsty, and they're enjoying this. I'm not enjoying this at all.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm loving this action.
Well, I liked it when it happened to Palace.
This is what these gentlemen deserve. We got high stakes. Of course, you're going to give it your all. Palace, the gatekeeper here at IWC now.
Well, Argos and Dupree are ready to kick the gate in. Uh-oh.
Oh. You could hear the just wails of pain coming from Argos.
And, I'll give it to Palace. He's holding his own against two very, very good athletes. But you still got to remember, it's still 2-on-1. You got one down. You got to always focus on that other one. You got to kind of have eyes in the back of your head.
So far, Palace has wrestled perfect match. It's been divide and conquer, but Palace hadn't had any chance to attempt to climb a ladder to get the contract because every time somebody's knocked down, somebody else is stirring. Oh! Argos a chop block to the knee. And Argos immediately trying to climb, but he's nowhere near the briefcase. He's got no clue where he is right now. Uh-oh. Well, this did not go the way Argos planned as he gets dropped from about a 6 or 8 foot drop. And these people are loving this mayhem.
They're violent. Shame on them. Especially those...
Yeah, at a wrestling event of all places. Darn them.
Those little kids in the front row.
Kids are having fun. I believe they're celebrating one of those youngsters' birthdays today.
Oh, whoop-de-doo. He had a birthday. I have one every year. Man, there is stuff flying all over the place here.
Dupree may not have a birthday anytime soon. He may not make it.
And, I don't know where Argos is. He's still... Oh, there we go.
I see the obnoxious red tips in his hair on the far side.
And now you're getting on the guy's hair. I don't think you like him. Oh.
Oh, God. I don't think Palace likes anybody else in this match.
Was he just talking to the ladder? I don't think he's all there.
They were strategizing.
Can I go out on a limb and say that Palace is a few fries short of the Happy Meal?
Never denied that. Oh, come on, Dupree to the eyes. What is this? Suplex attempt? That could neutralize Palace here. Wait a minute. Snap German suplex, nicely done.
Dupree right on the back of his head. And I'll tell you, I don't think Dupree's been the same since he started flying into those ladders.
Hernia driver coming up. This'll do it for Dupree. Argos from behind. Straight to the spine. Palace didn't see it coming, couldn't brace himself.
And Joe, it's just what I told you. You always got to have eyes in the back of your head. Palace did not.
And now Dupree a shot.
He didn't have eyes in the back of his head a second time, and he pays for it. It's exactly what he deserves.
Deserves?
Christmas came early for me. I'm getting to see Andrew Palace.
It's already 2-on-1, and they need a chair? Hey, don't do this. Oh, God. Oh, that could have crushed Palace's throat. Palace having trouble breathing. This could be a dire situation.
And the best part of this is if Palace can't talk, he can't say he quits. He can't say he gives up. That's just more punishment.
Well, there's no submission in this match. You got to climb the ladder.
Well, I'm sure if he said he gave up,
Palace,
I'm sure that.
But look at Palace fighting to his feet at all costs. Oh, God! Chair on skull. And Palace is out.
You know, Joe, I know they don't have a lot of baseball teams in Canada, but I'm thinking the Jaxon Argos played at some point because that was a home run.
Palace has no idea where he is. I don't think he's conscious. There's another ladder.
You know, these fans can chant Andrew Palace till they're blue in the face. You don't take a chair to the skull and walk away right.
And these gentlemen aren't even attempting to get those contracts yet. They want to hurt Palace.
See, Joe, I think for Dupree and Argos, it's a little bit more than the contract. I think they want to send a message as well. And there's certainly nothing wrong with that.
Argos using Dupree as a weapon. Oh, Canada. And a huge Canadian splash in the corner. Palace is down. Palace is prone. And I think Team Storm could win this matchup now if they wanted to.
Didn't you tell me earlier that they're not actually from Canada?
Yeah.
Well, then why are they chanting USA?
Because they are Canadian sympathizers and acting like Canada's better than the U.S. just because they went there and trained there for a number of months.
Well, Joe, clearly you didn't see our presidential election process, or you would know that Canada is better than U.S. I'm going to actually move to Canada. I might go move in with Kingdom James.
Boy, you are desperate. Dupree now, hammering away on Palace.
And I think he was, those quick hammer fists to the eyeball. It's very, can I try that on you? Come here, don't move.
Hashtag hammer fist to the eyeball if you're on social media.
I believe that's a kung fu move.
Kung fu move. Now what is he doing?
You see, it's not one thing to win the
Palace
match.
is bleeding.
Good.
Palace appears to be lacerated. I'm not sure what it came from. And I think that's what Dupree was doing, kind of making that laceration the worse for wear. But look at this double team. God! Argos' body weight onto the ladder, crushing the rib cage. That ladder may have bounced back onto the face of Palace.
And I'll tell you, Argos definitely took one for the team. Dupree's the only one standing at this point. You know, Argos, I commend him for wanting to inflict punishment, but he could have, at best, one broken rib.
Did it pay off?
So do you want to sing "Oh Canada" or should I?
I'll pass on that one. Hey, Palace! Pushing Argos into Dupree.
And there's that chair close by. I don't know if Dupree hit it or not.
And Palace is a mess.
But Joe, that's the thing. It's what I said earlier. It's still 2-on-1.
Yeah,
and you
trying to fight.
You saw Dupree there trying to open up that cut. You get that blood in your eye and you can't see. You get that in your mouth, it's hard to breathe.
A lot of damage has been done to Andrew Palace, but still he will not stay down. Palace using the ropes to help him to his feet. Whatever he can do at this point. Oh, Palace blocks it. Blocks a second time. Dupree and Argos are trying here. Look at this. Sliced bread, both men down.
Joe, we just saw a sliced bread sandwich, and I'll tell you, I think Dupree and Argos both hit Dupree the back of his head. Because I don't know if we can see from their vantage point, but you can see that look in his eyes. He's out of it.
Palace may have blood coming from multiple places on his body, but still trying to get to his feet, knowing he can rid IWC of Team Storm once and for all. Palace, it's everything in his being just to pick up the ladder, let alone climb, and a shot to Argos. Shot to Dupree. Palace is swinging like a madman.
Well, this is what he's got to do. He's got to do whatever he can to get both men down.
He did it! But can he climb?
Well, he's not going to climb from the corner. I believe Palace may be setting up another Andrew Palace play thing. And I'll say that was the smart move right there. Get one of them out of the ring. But again,
look at this. That chair is prone. And Palace drops Argos. Oh, curb stomp on a steal. Nowhere for Argos to go.
Joe, normally when your head meets steel, there's only one thing that's going to happen. And Argos, I hate to say this, but we could have a one-on-one right now.
Shotgun drop kick on Dupree.
And there was the back of his head off that ladder. And we're a good distance away, and that was very, very loud, Joe.
And now Palace the hernia driver. Dupree is out, but what does Palace have left?
And Joe, there's no... Well, I was going to say that there's nobody left but Dupree and Palace, but Dupree is out. Argos is on the outside.
And Palace can see the end game.
Oh, we got it. Can I go down?
No, what? No!
Well, I don't want to see...
What is this? Wait a second.
Well, I don't want to...
What? Hey!
Oh, whoa!
I know that guy! That's Jack Pollock! He calls himself the next trending topic. He's been a major star in the Pittsburgh area for years, and he's also a graduate of the Storm Wrestling Academy. But he doesn't work here.
Well, I mean, obviously stunned. And I got to give it to the two. I'm verklempt. I'm for the loss for words. Christmas came early, and a gift to IWC is Jack Pollock.
And Jack Pollock is directing Argos and Dupree back into the ring. Apparently there's some kind of relationship here. Pollock's got that Storm Wrestling Academy shirt on. This seems very premeditated.
Well, it's certainly a smart move. You know, Joe, I guess that's how they do things in Calgary. Alberta, Canada, just a little bit smarter than everybody else.
What, they beat the hell out of people 3-on-1?
It's effective. We have Jack Pollock in IWC right now.
And Palace is still trying to get to his feet. Damn it, Palace still wants to fight.
Well, it's almost like Pollock's directing here, if I may be so bold as to...
What is this? Oh!
And he hit the... Oh.
Palace's spine as twisted and crumpled as that ladder is.
And his neck just shut off of it. Joe, I'm going to have to agree with you. This wasn't only premeditated, this was calculated, and more than anything else, this was genius.
Argos brings in the only ladder that hasn't been damaged from the chaos of this matchup. Now what is this? Oh, they have Palace. They're trapping Palace under the ladder. They're holding that ladder at Palace's throat There's no way for him to get out. And Pollock's going to climb. Pollock's not even in this match. Pollock shouldn't even be a part of this. And he grabs the contracts for Team Storm.
And now, full-fledged members of the IWC roster, Team Storm.
Well, we thought Team Storm was down to 2. But they had something and someone waiting in the wings. And it was the most prolific Landstorm graduate in this part of the country. Former multiple-time heavyweight champion across this area, Jack Pollock.
Ryan Powers is gone, but Jack Pollock is here. And Team Storm are now officially members of the IWC roster.
I don't think I have ever heard a sweeter sentence than what we just heard. Joe, Merry Christmas. The gift to you and IWC, again, not only Team Storm members, but Jack Pollock.
Well, it looks like there'll be a third name on that contract. Argos, Dupree, and Pollock, and they're still not done yet. Come on! Get these guys out of here. And they just signed their contracts over the fallen body of Andrew Palace.
Joe, I hate to do this to you, but I think I'm gonna go celebrate with Team Storm when they get back. I gotta go.
Celebrate with them? Are you kidding me? Argos, Dupree, and Pollock are now officially IWC contracted wrestlers. You are looking at a TNA knockout, former member of the Dollhouse. She is beautiful, but she is dangerous and maybe a little bit unstable. Marvelous Marti Belle. We've seen an IWC in the past, but she's part of history here tonight. In the 15-plus year history of IWC, we've never had a women's champion. That will change in a matter of minutes. We'll crown the first in just a moment. When you look through the lineage, years down the line, there's only one name that can start it all off. We'll find out who that is in this segment. Marti Belle, the most prolific of the athletes in this matchup. And say hello to Sonya Strong. Trainee of the Amazing Red in the Bronx, New York is where she's from. Only a couple years in the game. But from what I understand, she is a hard hitter, and she is very, very physical in between those ropes. Her reputation precedes her. She was chosen as kind of the wild card in this matchup. Haven't seen her in IWC before, but man, let me tell you, she could easily leave with everything. Not impressed by this jam-packed crowd in Elizabeth, though. We'll see if they are impressed by her. She likes Marti Belle, though. Couple of New York girls. April Sera, one time known as Serafini, trained here in IWC at the Iron City Wrestling Academy back in 2010. Parted ways with the company to travel the country, seek out new experiences, and become a very well-rounded competitor. Came back to IWC earlier this year looking for opportunity. She was the woman to beat here in IWC in her early couple of years. Now she comes back home, looking to be part of history. Marti Belle not amused. But don't underestimate anybody in this match as we now enter Brittsburg. Britt Baker has taken IWC by storm in just her 18-some months in the game. Very impressive win-loss record. She's been fearless. She's fought the women. She's fought the men. Hell, she's even fought on Monday Night Raw. There's not much Britt can't do, but still the deck is stacked against her. Statistically, she only has a 25% chance to escape as IWC's first women's champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a four-way match to be contested under elimination rules. Participants can only be eliminated via pinfall or submission, and the match will continue until only one individual remains. That person will be the very first IWC Women's Champion! Introducing your referee in charge from the belt down, CJ Sensation. And now, the challenger! She is the original Iron City Wrestling Academy female graduate, a six-time women's champ, the dangerous woman, April Sera! From the Bronx, New York, she is the leader of the strong woman, Sonya! From a city so beautiful it's named twice, New York, New York, TA Knockout, Marti Belle!
Well, the citizens of Brittsburg have come out en masse to support Britt. We won't even have any attempt for any future preliminaries because this matchup is underway. Four-way battle. To the best of my knowledge, one fall will finish, women's title at stake. Belle, Strong, Sera, and Baker. Now one of two vacant titles we have to fill tonight, with the IWC Championship still to come, RJ City and Wardlow. And Sera tries to send Strong into the guardrail. Strong jumps over. Marti countered as well. Look at Sera and Baker throw a caution to the wind, and we're in the crowd already. But mind you, you can't win the women's title in amongst the fans. But this thing is wild. We've had some crazy women's matches here First time that women competed in an IWC ring, I believe, was 2005. Daisy Hayes and Sumi Sakai as part of a mixed tag match with Glenn Spector, the Wonder Man, and Chris Hero. Then in 2007, Daisy Hayes and Sera Del Rey had the first ever one-on-one women's match in IWC. And it all leads here. And this is the confrontation I've been waiting for. Baker and April Sera, as they exchange covers center ring. April Sera was the it girl in IWC before anybody knew who Britt Baker was. And Baker came back and I think kind of eclipsed what April Sera had done as Sonya Strong, with a couple of Strong style kicks to Baker and Sera. As we mentioned, Strong trained by Amazing Red, House of Glory in the New York area. Amazing Red can hit you hard and hit you fast. We'll see if Sonya's learned. It looks like she has. April Sera, snap suplex on April Sera. Cover 2. Notice Marti Belle almost had a lapse in judgment there and let Strong pin Sera. Sera kicked out at the last second. And there you see Sonya not going to let the same mistake happen twice. Let's be friends after interrupting the fall. Not sure how well that's going to get them. Again, Strong and Marty getting along. They're a couple of New Yorkers. But alliances are to be treaded in very lightly in a matchup like this. Down goes Sera. Now, again, we've seen Marti Belle violently turn on her former partner, Jade, on Impact Wrestling. They were formerly the Dollhouse. Here you see Strong attempts another cover. And Marty's like, what's up with that? Now she tries to cover, and predictably, well, that didn't fly either. And the divide and conquer strategy, while working for a moment, you can already sense the tensions escalate. Marty head of steam. Knee right to the back of the head while Sonya plays cleanup and gets Baker, keeps Baker at due, I should say. Oof. Look out. Baker hard into the guardrail on the outside. And Marty's still directing traffic. I'm surprised this allegiance between Marti Belle and Strong has lasted as long as it has, albeit through some trying times. Hard kick right to the chest cavity. Let's see what you got, Marty. Oh. The running butt, so to speak. As Britt on the outside hurt, while April Sera, the victim of a double team, as they are measuring April Sera. Roll through by Sera, and Sonya hits the ring post, neck breaker, nicely done. Can April Sera pull this off? Hook of the leg, only 2. Four very physically evenly matched athletes. But it's Marty sending Sera to the outside. Marty measuring Sera, having trouble breathing for a second. This ain't gonna help. Diving clothesline connects. Marti Belle throwing a bit of caution to the wind, but here comes Britt Baker. Baker out of nowhere, and she's got those hard forearms. Oof. Baker, a thinking woman's wrestler. Always plots her moves ahead. Studying to be a dental assistant in her time away from the ring. She's not just beautiful, she's intelligent. And great intelligence there to adjust. As Sera had Sonya overhead, Britt seizes an opportunity down with a neck breaker, but what did she take out of herself? Marti Belle tries to capitalize, but not enough. And April Sera just wild, flailing rights, but Marti Belle able to slip underneath Sera to the outside. All four of these women worse for wear at this point. This has been a physical, in-your-face, smash-mouth affair. As Marti, Sonya, and Sera battling on the outside, but look at Britt Baker. Britt Baker hanging out. The officials trying to get everybody where he needs them, but it's not exactly going to work. Because Britt Baker has something else in mind as the struggle continues on the floor. Baker flies! Baker picked her opportunity, but she made the most of it. 3 for the price of 1, and she looks okay. And listen to this explosion from a near-capacity crowd in Elizabeth, Pennsylvania. Marti, the victim of a forearm strike, and April gives Britt one. It's April and Sonya in the ring. April gets a cover. Imagine if April could have picked up the victory based off of Britt's high risk. What in the world? Britt just pulled out a table. Are you serious? In the ring, it's Sonya charging through with a corner splash on April Sera. Britt Baker has lost her mind. I was just done talking about thinking woman's wrestler, taking advice from Master William Regal, and now she's gone off the deep end with the women's championship at stake. And Marti Belle, Britt was struggling with that table for a minute. Marti Belle sees an opportunity. And now Britt does the same to Marti. Meanwhile, the only two that can win at this exchange are April and Sonya in the ring. This is completely broken down. I did not expect the women's championship to be decided quite in this chaotic manner. What in the world? No. Ow! April Sera was going to go high risk on Sonya. Strong Marti Belle saw her surroundings and adapted. Handful of shirt, and Sera head over heels through a broken table is now a broken body of April Sera. And this may be reduced to a 3-way matchup. The bottom drops out, flatliner Sonya half a count away. Marti interrupts, this match continues, but April Sera's not moved. Marti Belle with a double underhook face plant. Well, Sonya Strong eliminated. As Marti Belle with a kick to the upper body of Britt Baker. And now the double underhook now on Baker as well. Baker rolls up Marti. You got to wonder if Sera will be able to continue, by the way, or if she'll just be eliminated due to injury. There's a rocker dropper, and Britt Baker just pinned Marti. And Baker is left with April Sera, who's out on her feet, but I'll give her credit. She's getting back in the ring, and now it's the two stalwarts, oh God, of IWC Women's Wrestling, and that'll do it. No! Oh, I thought for sure that was going to be it. Baker, I don't know how she's back to her feet so quickly. But a super kick of her own. And Sera! Oh, just a half a count away. Baker didn't have her body draped all the way over Sera's. That may have been the only thing, that weight positioning, that kept April Sera alive. Sera with a shoulder thrust in the corner. Baker battling free as best she can. And Sera feeding. Look at this. Powerbomb. Powerbomb. Center of the ring. That'll do it. No. And you can see the toll this is taking on Baker, who is just crawling, trying to get her wits about her at this point. April Sera not much better off, but man, she's charging in full force. Second time, Baker caught her that time. Look at this, great roll through. Submission attempt. Modified Rings of Saturn. Will April Sera tap out? Women's Championship hangs in the balance. What? Sera had shifted the weight to her. Baker's shoulders were chopped for a moment. Good grief. The physicality keeps escalating. April Sera calls her shot. Will that be it? New Women's Champion? No. My God, Baker's still fighting. Oh, wait a second. This could be the Britsburg plunge. Britt got it. This could do it. Britt Baker makes history. It was a war of attrition. It was an epic battle between four pound for pound the toughest women you'll find anywhere. But Britt Baker has achieved a dream, something that wasn't possible when she made her in-ring debut, but she can say she was the first in what will no doubt be a long line of deserving talented female athletes. Britt Baker has become IWC Women's Champion. You can see the emotion begin to sink in on Britt Baker as she realizes the magnitude of what's happened in an era where women's wrestling is going through a resurgence, a transformation, an evolution, and indeed revolution. Britt Baker puts herself right at the forefront with a major championship victory. And now the presentation. IWC owner Justin Plummer with a beautiful, beautiful championship title belt. What a moment, what a triumphant victory, and very deserving for the hard-working, now face of IWC Women's Wrestling, Britt Baker, celebrating amongst her people. It's a party in Britsburg tonight.
rope and to the arena floor. Both feet must touch the floor. The match will continue until only one individual remains. That person will be granted a title match of their choosing at Proving Ground 6. Now, let's meet the competitors! Edric Everhart, Ty Cross, Matt Connard, Peyton Graham, Jamie Jamison, Dexter Dan, Glenn Jacobs, Billy Jones, Plato Merrimack, Ethan Wright, Corey Futuristic, Will Ryan, Chet Flickster, Shane In Your Face, Pump Ferrari, Santana Diamonds, The Playboy,
We're going to keep track of how many he throws out. It's going to be one after the other, after the
Chauncey Blackheart,
What's Corey doing? Well, ladies and gentlemen, opportunity. Proving Ground has quickly become one of the preeminent events of the IWC calendar year. It's where young talent strives to prove their worth here in IWC, wants to prove their way into the IWC full-time roster and earn a championship shot. Whoever wins this battle royal will be in the main event of Proving Ground. Over the top rope rules, both feet must touch the floor. That's Johnny Playboy on the outside that has not even gotten in the ring yet. Everybody else slugging the heck out of each other. We even got a woman in there. And we got an elimination already. Was that Plato? I think Plato Merrimack's gone already. The only guy in the Battle Royal that has his own trading card. He didn't even last long. We even got a woman in the ring. I believe that was what, Chelsea Blackheart she was announced as? Athletes we've seen at some past IWC events. Matt Connard, Ethan Wright, System Elite, Cross and Everhart. Looking to earn a full-time slot. Slush Taylor, young Strime familiar with. Oh, there goes Glenn. STDs are in there. Pump Ferrari's in there, folks. Pump Ferrari's been here for years. This might be his debut. There goes Ty Cross. One half of System Elite. Peyton Graham, the Master Mayhem, in there, as Bump Nasty, the representative of Benjamin C. Steele, who's out at ringside, with a counter in hand. And we're up to 5 people, according to BC Steele's counter. I guess that Bulk is eliminated? Bulk and Connard. We saw a little bit of this in Clearfield, when Bulk and Chris LeRusso crossed paths with Connard and Gory. But there goes Connard, we're up to 6. Bodies are flying everywhere. This is absolutely chaotic. These are men that may have to work for years to get a championship opportunity, but could earn a spot in the main event. Oh, Pump Ferrari's gone. I thought this would be the year of the Pump in 2017. There goes Peyton Graham. Hey, Corey Futuristic's still in there, and he's getting in the face of Chelsea. Wild swing to Chelsea. It's an intergender battle royal. Bolt Nasty slugging it out. We got some graduates of the ICWA making their in-ring debuts. Is that chest flexor hiding under the ring skirt? Lee Ryans is in there With his sideburns, Gary and Larry grew into a full beard just for this battle royal, so every part of him would be just functioning as one. I think that was Jamie Jameson, the country hammer. He's out of there. Not sure what the bulk counter is. Oh, God. Who was that went flying? Was that Corey? Where's Corey? Is Corey okay? My God, somebody think of Corey. Ah, it was Corey. Johnny Playboy made his way to the ring. He's working on Ethan Wright. Gary, Larry, Lee Ryans just shoved a woman right into bulk nasty. That's a bit suspect. What in the world? Oh! Chelsea thrown on top of Corey. Lee Ryans is gone. Santana Diamond's going after bulk. Was that Ethan Wright? Shane in your face, the MMA expert in there still. Playboy, look at this. Santana looking to put out Playboy. And bulk nasty. It's bulk, it's Shane, it's Diamonds. It's Playboy, it's Sless. Chest flexor's either hiding or he's unconscious. He threw out 8, says BC Steel. 8 people have been thrown out. And there's 9 with Santana, 9. Counting lessons with BC Steel, first in a series, coming your way to DVD and digital download, courtesy of Sorgatron Media and IndyWrestling.us. Les Taylor, athletic fitness expert. He's all about nutrition and living in the gym. Great hops on the drop kick and great agility as Johnny Playboy tries to eliminate him. And Shane in your face, undefeated amateur MMA record, dropping Playboy. Standing shooting star by Slash, nicely done. 4 men looking to earn a shot at the IWC champion come Proving Ground this February. Sless and Playboy not part of this company. What a way to enter by winning a battle royal. Shane and Bulk have been highly touted prospects that could live up to some potential. Playboy is struggling here as Sless and In Your Face trying to get Playboy over the top, but not to be. And by the way, Flexor has not moved in about 5 minutes. I forgot about him, but he's still hiding under the ring skirt. He has not been eliminated. He may be napping. It's Playboy focusing on Les Taylor, Bulk Nasty, and Shane in Your Face. And again, we're not sure who the IWC champion will be come February. That championship is currently vacant thanks to the injury to DJZ. Less elevated. Oh, God. So when Springboard and Johnny Playboy eliminates Les Taylor. Feeling pretty good about himself. And Shane with a belly-to-belly release. And meanwhile, Flexor! Flexor picked his spot with now 4 men remaining officially. The festive and furry Chesterfield Flexor. Just backed into Bulk. Flexor maneuvered his way around that incident. My goodness. And Flexor from the blind side. Flexor hesitated with Bulk. That's something you don't do. Ouch. Shane caught Flexer high. Oh God, what in the world? Oh God, Flexer on top of the referee. Good grief. DC Steel is up to 10 on the counter, but there's 2 left in the ring with Bulk. That's the number that's important. Johnny Playboy came all the way from Canada for this opportunity. I've seen him a couple times up in Destiny Wrestling at the Battle Arts Academy. We'll see if this sojourn is worth it as he attempts to make a bit of a strange bedfellows relationship with Bulk Nasty. Or excuse me, with Shane in Your Face, which turned into an alliance with Bulk Nasty. What a traitor. Benedict Arnold was a playboy, he'd be that guy. And Bulk Nasty having fun with this. Or as much fun as he ever has to begin with. No real commentary necessary for that visual. Old school. I thought for a second Bulk was in the swivel set, but I guess you got something in mind. Power slam coming up. Shades of Davey Boy Smith. And Shane is down. And now keep in mind, they got to get this guy over the top rope. Only one man can win, and if you underestimate Shane in your face, well, others have done so in the past and live to regret it. Let's put it that way. Shane stood up to Jimmy Vegas back in Clearfield last month. This. Oh! Malfunction at the junction, and Playboy connects with Bulk Nasty. And a miscommunication allows Shane in Your Face to hoist up Johnny Playboy. He's out of there. We got 2 guys left. Bulk and his 10 eliminations up against the undefeated amateur MMA standout, Shane in Your Face. Hard post line. And Shane is struggling. It still feels like 2 or 3 on 1 with Bulk in there by himself. Shane gonna be dumped out. Well, no, Shane hangs on. Shane hangs on, Bulk over the top. And Bulk eliminated! Shane in Your Face! Bulk had 10 eliminations, but Shane got the one that counted. Shane got the one that mattered. The final one. And in February, we'll be back in Rural Valley. Shane in Your Face will challenge whomever the IWC champion is. And we got Wardlow and RJ tonight. And hey, we got the reset button in January. Anybody could be IWC champion by then. But whoever it is, Shane in Your Face will be waiting. Bulk Nasty not happy about it, but nothing he can do. From humble MMA beginnings to potentially a wrestling champion. Elimination counter be damned, Shane in Your Face is the victor.
Yo soy el rubio.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at El Rudo de las Chicas, the villain that all the ladies like. He is Samuel Elias, and I've known this man since he was a very young teenager, the little brother of former IWC champion Sterling James Keenan, now known on Monday Night Raw as Corey Graves, and Little Sam, as he used to be called, always hung around and soaked up the business from day one. Grew up in Monroeville, now lives in Mexico.
I am the prince of lying and denying, and when the sun comes up, I always leave them crying. I've been all around, and sometimes I feel old, but no matter where I'm at, I believe where I can go. My name is Sam Adonis.
Sam Adonis is an individual who has been all over the world. But now comes home to attempt to win a prize he grew up watching. Sam Adonis' brother, Corey Graves, held this championship 11 years ago. At the time, I don't believe Sam Adonis was old enough to vote or drive a car. But Chris LeRusso, in the absence of Adonis and Graves from the Pittsburgh scene, has really risen to make this championship his own. Defeating the Neon Ninja Facade at House of Hardcore to fill the vacant championship, left when Super Indy tournament winner Josh Alexander had some border issues.
At this time, would you please welcome our special guest ring announcer.
But Chris Jericho with the introduction of what may be the demise of Chris LeRusso's Super Indy Championship. And again, you never know what you're going to see at an IWC wrestling event. And if Chris LeRusso wasn't off his game before, having to prepare for Sam Adonis, who has been all over the world honing his craft, certainly the appearance of Y2J Chris Jericho got LeRusso off his game, as both men tie up centering. I have a lot to talk about involving Sam Adonis. Man who was signed to WWE at age 21, I believe. One time a protege of Master William Regal. Learned all about the old British wrestling scene, Fit Finlay, Regal, Dave Taylor, Marty Jones. Really soaked that up. Went to work for the UK after leaving WWE's developmental system. Spent a couple of years over there for All-Star Wrestling, the longest running promotion in Europe. Now lives in Mexico. Debuted in Arena Mexico at the 2016 Grand Prix in the main event. Almost unprecedented. That is Sam Adonis. Representing CMLL, he is brash, he has no filter. He says what's on his mind, as you saw before this matchup began. And he hasn't competed in this part of the world in some 3 or 4 years. Not regularly, and even longer. Probably 5 or 6 years.
any of his family members, close friends he grew up with. Here to watch on, because if Adonis is successful, we're going to see a lot more of him here in IWC Wrestling.
No, he doesn't give it up.
LeRusso backs Adonis into the corner, keep in mind, or the ropes rather, Adonis with a takedown, lateral press for one. Keep in mind, LeRusso feels it's his birthright to be IWC Super Indy champion. He thinks all this, past, present, and future, is already his. Heir apparent is not a moniker, it's a way of life for Chris LeRusso. Crowd is on LeRusso's last nerve. Sam Adonis is. Chris Jericho is. Adonis with a drop toe hold to LeRusso. Front chancery cinched in. Adonis grounding LeRusso. When Adonis was last in this area, LeRusso was a completely different competitor. LeRusso's frame of mind, his ring style, and his calculated approach is completely different than it was when maybe Adonis was watching out as a teenager. LeRusso has studied under everybody and anybody you can think of. There's a seminar, there's a training camp, Ring of Honor, dojo, anywhere else. LeRusso's there, and LeRusso's got a mental notepad. He's taking notes on everything he sees. That's why he's so dangerous. Top wrist lock by Sam Adonis. Adonis, a lot of comparisons can be made. Between Adonis and Jericho. Both been world travelers in their younger days before settling in on one specific territory, so to speak. Great handstand shades of Rick Martel by Sam Adonis. LeRusso reminds me of Chris Jericho in the Monday Nitro era. He's very loud and whiny. Benjamin C. Steele mocking our fans, but currently it's Adonis in the head of Chris LeRusso. Hip pockets out, nothing doing. Adonis drops down, controls the arm. Again, LeRusso beating Facade in this building at House of Hardcore, surviving Goring in Clearfield, two of the most prolific Super Indy athletes in IWC history, now steps into a man who, even though he's been a part of this company's history, this is technically Adonis' IWC in-ring debut. Very different frame of reference from a month ago to here as LeRusso goes up and over. Adonis quickens the pace and LeRusso into the guardrail. Adonis feeling good. Controversial figure in CMLL, beloved. Here in Monroeville, Pennsylvania is where he grew up. Elizabeth, PA, where he competes currently. Only about a half-hour drive at most. And LeRusso whispering something to BC Steele, who scurries to the back like the rodent he is. Oh, here comes Bump Nasty. And this does not bode well for anybody except Chris LeRusso. Wait, Adonis, look at that. Oh, wait a second. Jeez! I'll tell you what, they call it high risk for a reason. Adonis lost his footing a couple of times. Those ropes get slippery as this night goes on, but a beautiful, beautiful mid-air adjustment by Adonis came down on his target. 3 for the price of 1 for Adonis. LeRusso back in. And Adonis all over LeRusso. Gotta believe there'll be a proud big brother on USA Network this Monday night. If Sam Adonis can win the championship he once held. All right. Oh, LeRusso got the foot up. LeRusso found an opening in that distance, came through with a knee strike, caught Adonis high. LeRusso mocking these people, but LeRusso now beginning to slow the pace. LeRusso is cerebral, he's calculating, but Adonis, step ahead. And oh God, suplex both men to the floor. That was ugly. There have been a couple of very high-risk chances in this matchup. Both have been perilous and precarious, but this one seemed to have worked in the favor of LeRusso. Oh! And Adonis hits the steal thanks to Vault Nasty, official none the wiser. And LeRusso can retain his championship via countout. I don't think LeRusso would have any qualms about doing so either. Adonis sent back in, textbook suplex. LeRusso now lateral press, only a count of 1. LeRusso with the reverse chin lock on Adonis. As Gorilla Monsoon used to say, putting pressure with the ramus of the mandible articulates with the mandibular fossa of the temporal bone. And Adonis needs to will himself back to his feet. He's done that. Can he break the grasp? Distance created. LeRusso, can he seize the opportunity? Neck breaker! My God. Adonis, inside cradle, BC Steel, come on. Somebody get him down. Adonis had the championship won. BC Steel runs interference. Come on. LeRusso measures Adonis with the point of the elbow. Adonis face first. You can see he's in a lot of pain. Not able to get himself to his feet for any degree of time. But this crowd coming alive. Adonis shots to the breadbasket. Again, a shot to return home and become a champion at stake for Sam Adonis. Sunset flip, shoulders are down, BC Steel again, come on! Get him out of here! And LeRusso with the elbow. That's twice now Adonis had this championship won. LeRusso sends Adonis to the floor, and again, I think LeRusso's perfectly happy taking a count out. And both with a cheap shot. Look at Adonis! Adonis taking it to Bolt! This kid's gonna fight! And now LeRusso baseball slide. Adonis got the best of Bulk for a moment, but the distraction that Bulk was able to create is what paid off for Chris LeRusso. Heir apparent now back in control. Adonis sent back in, and LeRusso may feel it's easy pickings here, but you can't count out Sam Adonis.
10-minute bonfire. 10 minutes bonfire.
El Rudo de las Chicas has so much professional and personal pride at stake. His father is here in attendance. He grew up watching this great business with. Adonis breaking the grip. This kid's a fighter. He's not going to quit. Look at the clothesline. Adonis with a roll-up. And BC steal a third time. Get out of here. LeRusso caught Adonis in the throat. Adonis should be a 3-time champion by now. Headlock driver. But Adonis counters. Could be a turning point in this matchup. Whoever gets to their feet first will have a decided advantage. And Adonis a block. Second time, LeRusso swinging wildly but can't connect. Duck underneath. Adonis caught him that time. STO takedown, the back heel trip, hook of the leg, new champion, no. My God. Chris LeRusso with everything he can muster, able to get a shoulder up, but Adonis, who already should have all intents and purposes won this match 3 times, has got to pull out a miracle again. And in the barrage of right hands from Adonis, Bulk Nasty has left the ringside area. And Adonis, springboard, crossbody, he's got to know. Bulk has returned to ringside, but he's... Wait, look at it in the ring. Shades of Daniel Bryan. The cattle mutilation, LeRusso's tapping. Adonis should be champion a 4th time. Give me a break. BC still an even bigger pest than usual. Adonis has BC steal. This is long overdue. Yeah! Get him out of here. Wait a minute. Oh! Bulk had the Super Indy Championship. Bulk passed the championship to LeRusso, and LeRusso steals it. The official looking for the title, he can't find it because Bulk Nasty had stolen it. LeRusso had it right between the eyes of Adonis when the official was taking the trash out of the ring. And LeRusso's retained the title. All I can say is Sam Adonis for 4 different occasions should have won this matchup, and it took 3 men to beat him. And LeRusso went for the exclamation point, but Adonis with a brain buster. LeRusso gets some just desserts for the chicanery he's pulled.
First of all, I want to say thank you all for coming out and showing your support tonight. I should be leaving right now with this going on my race, but I think I ate one too many of Grandma's pork chops. You know, a lot of you guys know me very well. I got my friends from high school, I got my family here, and I got all the boys in the back who remember me when I was just a little guy running around these wrestling shows in Pittsburgh. I've been pretty lucky to travel the world and do a lot of cool things. But I want to say thank you to each and every one of you because you people made me who I am. I want to thank my dad for coming up here and helping getting all the family here tonight. I want to thank all my friends that came out to hang out. And by the way, we're all partying at Fraternity after this, so whoever wants to come, you're invited. And I gotta thank one more person that couldn't be here tonight, because he's up in Stamford, Connecticut. But you guys can all see him every Monday night. My teacher, my coach, my best friend, and my brother, Corey Graves. Without you guys, we wouldn't be who we are today. And from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, Pittsburgh. We love you.
He may not be leaving as champion, but a hell of a homecoming and feel-good moment. What a man Sam Adonis has grown into. From a 14-year-old kid just looking for an opportunity to a CMLL superstar. Sam Adonis, his best years are still yet to come. Well, this is not the matchup that we expected to see at the start of the evening. Advertised main event was RJ City challenging DJZ for the IWC Championship. Once DJZ had to bow out due to injury, most notably a wrist broken in 2 different places, we saw the implosion of Team LeBar. It looked like RJ City would be handed the IWC Championship on a silver platter, but instead Justin LeBar made sure his allegiances sided with the man with war in his name, Wardlow. The man that has handily defeated Jimmy DeMarco, Super Hentai, and earlier tonight pinned a man that once went unpinned in IWC for about 3 years, Jimmy Vegas. Say what you want about the memes, say what you want about the manager, you cannot argue with the statistics. No one has figured out how to stop Wardlow. Meanwhile, RJ City, as the shortest reigning IWC champion in history, only about 3 minutes to his credit, beat Dalton Castle, lost to Tommy Dreamer, courtesy reset button. Luck has not been on RJ's side when it's come to that championship, but that is history, not prophecy. RJ comes in a different set of circumstances. No Justin LeBar, but now the support of these fans who seem to cling to anyone that will oppose LeBar. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, RJ, now beloved, will he be champion?
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall, and it is for the IWC World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Justin LeBar, from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 264 pounds, the man they call Wardlow.
wouldn't be surprised.
Now, this breakup has hurt me very much. And I know you two want to play the numbers game, but guess what, Justin? I've moved on. I have a friend of my own. A lady friend. Her name is Nee Arthur, and she's gonna go golden on your ass. So thank you for being a friend, but I am the man who put the entertainment back in sports entertainment. RJ
He did say Nee Arthur, didn't he?
Nee Arthur, like B. Arthur. Get it?
No, I understand. I should introduce my guest, as we're discussing B. Arthur now casually amongst ourselves. You are DJ Z, the former, unfortunately, IWC champion. I'm so sorry to see your reign end that way earlier. I know the heart and soul you put into defending that championship, and really the pride you've taken of coming back home and representing IWC all year.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple of months for me between all the injuries and now having to vacate the IWC title. But I'll say this, can either of these guys truly call themselves IWC champion until they beat me?
That's a very dubious claim. I think you will have an argument in that situation until you're good to go. Wardlow, overhead belly to belly to start things out. Wardlow a victory over Jimmy Vegas at the top of the broadcast. RJ City, for a time, looked like he would have been handed the championship. There's a cover. 2 count early. Now Wardlow has handily disposed of some of the most legendary names in IWC history, notably DeMarco and Hentai. What is your scouting report? I know you've watched Wardlow, and I know you have a storied history with RJ City.
Listen, Wardlow, obviously the guy's impressive. Like you said, he has ended the careers of many IWC luminaries, such as Super Hentai, Jimmy DeMarco, the list goes on and on. So the guy's impressive. I just think he's kind of wasting his potential being associated with Justin LeBar.
You know what? I have never had many nice things to say about Justin LeBar, but as I said a little bit early on, you can't argue with these results. God, Wardlow explodes.
Yeah, I got hit with that clothesline earlier and did not feel good. If I were him, I'd pin the guy right now. There he goes.
And keep in mind, Wardlow's been making these statements. He didn't just beat Jimmy DeMarco. He didn't just beat Super Hentai. He draped 1 foot across their chest, and they were completely defenseless.
Yeah, I mean, it's the case with so many young guys.
Hey!
Oh, look at LeBar, of course, doing what he does best.
I never thought I'd see Justin LeBar kicking RJ City when he's down.
Yeah, it's been a weird night.
That is surreal.
Surreal would be a good way to describe the night as well.
It would be.
Never thought I'd see the day that people were cheering RJ City either. I don't fully trust him.
Never thought I'd see Chris Jericho as an IWC ring announcer. Are you kidding me? We've got a new women's champion, first time ever?
Yeah.
Making history tonight.
It has been one ridiculous evening, I'll say that. And it kills me that I can't be in the main event of such a ridiculous evening. In front of this capacity crowd, I would have loved nothing more. And now I have to watch these two guys fight it out. And one of them is going to take my title and be crowned champion at the end of this night. I don't even know how I feel right now.
Do we have a doctor's report on how much longer it'll be before you're cleared to go?
Dude, I don't know. I think January or February, I'll be back in the ring, doing shows again, hopefully being back here at IWC to take back my title. But it's going to be a long road, that's for sure.
Well, certainly our hearts go out to you, certainly in your recovery process, as RJ City made a long recovery. If the beginning of this matchup is any indication, it is a slow, methodical, but dominant showing from the man they call Wardlow thus far.
Yeah, Wardlow definitely dominating. RJ City, I feel like he should have expected this to happen. Justin LeBar has been his manager for so long now. He should know what he's getting himself into here.
There's that old adage about, lying down with dogs, you get fleas. RJ City not prepared for it.
I've never heard that adage, but I'll try to work it into my daily vocabulary.
Hasn't made its way to the Philippines yet.
I guess not.
Look at this.
Oh.
A defiant
there we
spit
go.
to the face of Wardlow.
That's what I should have did to him earlier.
Don't think you had much of a chance, unfortunately.
Yeah.
RJ City got a fight. Trust me, I'm happy you got out of there as quickly as they could get you out of there, because we don't need to delay your recovery time anymore. I want to see you back in that ring ASAP.
That's right. That's right.
And Wardlow's been stunned.
Oh, LeBar once again. You gotta have eyes in the back of your head in any match against Wardlow. And like I said, RJ City, he should expect these things.
And again, keep in mind, these men arrived at the building together. Speaking of all three of these men, Wardlow, RJ, and LeBar, they travel in packs. They've been buddies for many, many months. And now, LeBar showing his true colors just like that at the drop of a hat. He sees the cash cow of Wardlow, he picks a side.
Yeah, so RJ City, look at him. He was preparing to go into this match tonight against me, first of all. So he was preparing for an entirely different style, different opponent. And on top of being in there with a new opponent, it's his friend. He lost his manager, lost his partner. What's going through his mind right now, Joseph?
Well, I think it's been a very emotional time for RJ City, but he's got to put emotions behind him.
And he's got the crowd behind him for the first time.
Again, strange night. Wardlow picks RJ up effortlessly. That modified Wardlow drive, or whatever he calls it, this could do it! No! I've seen Wardlow put away many matches like that, but not enough to stop RJ City.
I think Justin LeBar's getting nervous. You just saw him take off that stupid leather jacket that he's always wearing. Must be sweating a little bit.
Yeah, down to just that stupid t-shirt.
Yeah. What is going on right now?
LeBar's complaining about the cadence of the count.
Now we saw this earlier.
Hey!
There we go.
That's how Wardlow beat Vegas earlier on, and now karma comes back to haunt him in a most precarious of locations.
And that goes back to what I was saying earlier. RJ knows their games. He knows their strategies. He took advantage of it. You just saw it.
And it's been nearly 2 years since RJ City has won the IWC Championship.
He was a former IWC champion?
For about 3 minutes.
Oh, the Tommy Dreamer. Yeah.
Indeed. You know, RJ would love to get that asterisk off of his championship lineage.
You're right. Well, he's got his opportunity here if he can get up and beat this count.
Both men are favoring some lingering injuries, let's say.
Yeah. There we go.
RJ to his feet first, but not easily. Can RJ take the big man down? Can he dent the armor?
Nobody's been able to do it yet, but if anybody can, I would say it's RJ City since nobody knows Wardlow better.
RJ deceptively big. He can throw hands with Wardlow, that's for sure.
It's not your typical Wardlow situation where he's the smaller guy. Tonight, he's been against guys bigger or of equal size.
This is not RJ's forte, but man, he can fight for...
Yeah, he's throwing down.
For the IWC title, you pull out all stops. But Wardlow's still on his feet. Second time, and Wardlow almost gets stronger upon impact. There's some vintage, RJ. Over and out goes Wardlow.
I gotta say, RJ City, despite what I may think of the guy, he is impressing me. The guy's fancied himself as an entertainer as opposed to a wrestler for so many years, but he's showing a lot of wrestling ability in this match.
Yeah, the time for shortcuts and loopholes is over.
No, this is his opportunity to win the IWC title and get some retribution on these guys who turned their backs on him earlier in the night. Oh, spit some water.
Yeah, there's no way to go but straightforward and in your face for RJ City at this point in time. It's put up or shut up for a man who's been singing his own praises for many years. Now without LeBar cheerleading, now without LeBar running interference, it's RJ at odds.
But now he's getting distracted.
And again, that's that emotional connection. Longtime buddy, business advisor.
He's got to keep his eyes on LeBar, though. Exactly.
Oh, he was ready.
Oh!
Again, you got to know the tricks.
And nobody knows them better than RJ City.
Hell, RJ helped LeBar write the playbook.
That is very true. Now going to the top rope, not something I'm used to seeing out of RJ City. What can we see here, Gibson?
Wardlow has no idea where RJ is. Now he does.
And now Wardlow on his own. He doesn't have Justin LeBar helping him at the moment because the Fool is knocked out. So let's see who can really win this, because Wardlow, you're on your own right now, buddy.
Oh, wait a second. There's his friend. That's Knee Arthur. Knee Arthur has been exposed at IWC. Ow! He never got a chance. Wardlow, near fall.
RJ City still got some fight left in him. Wardlow, not even sure what to do now. Thought for sure that was going to be it. I don't even know if he realizes that Justin LeBar is out right now.
And in all seriousness, the comedy aside, RJ dropped that knee pad to expose a much thinner pad. And if he would have connected with the knee at that point, that could have knocked Wardlow out.
Absolutely, but not successful. Here we go.
And again, a 264-pound man moving that quickly, colliding with your rib cage, going to knock all the air out of you.
Oh yeah, and now this is, if you think about the spear we just saw, now 2 times into the corner, RJ City clearly has the wind knocked out of him at this moment.
And Wardlow staying on his man, LeBar to his feet as well, although the worse for wear as RJ.
Surprised to see Lamar back to his feet.
So I am as well. He probably smelled the money of a Wardlow victory. That's what woke him up.
Yeah, sounds about right. Man, this is, let me just tell you, this is so hard for me to watch. Oh, knee Arthur, was that knee Arthur?
That was a little bit of knee Arthur. There's knee Arthur! Will she be a golden girl for RJ? No!
I gotta hand it to Wardlow. This whole time, I just thought he was a dumb meathead, but that may have been the smartest move he's ever made. I didn't know if he realizes he made such a smart move.
Yeah, that may have been intelligence. It may have been instinct. It may have just been momentum. I'm not sure, but regardless, LeBar trying to buy some time.
And RJ needs to get him back in this ring if he wants to win that title.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the decision would be if there was a count out here. There's no defending champion.
Yeah, hopefully we don't see it go down like that. RJ City needs to get him back in the ring. Wardlow to his feet, however, so it's anybody's match right now.
And again, this is not something Wardlow has encountered often or is used to. Wardlow is about straight-up domination.
I don't think you can get used to a knee right to your face. There's no way to get used to that.
Probably not.
Oh. RJ staying on him, that's exactly what he needs to do.
He can let Wardlow get back in.
I think fatigue setting in here for both men as well. They've been going hard since the opening bell.
They're going hard, and they've been going physical.
And for Wardlow, this is his second match of the night.
Oh, good night, everybody. That sleeper hold has won many a match for RJ here in IWC. It's won in championship matches before.
Wardlow fading fast.
Wardlow breaks the grasp.
And LeBar's got a chair. You see that?
I
Justin
did see
LeBar,
that.
chair in his hand. Would somebody, can this guy banned from ringside?
I wish we could. Ban him from the building, ban him from the stage. Let's deport him.
Let's see a knee Arthur on Justin LeBar right now.
Oh no, Wardlow.
Of course.
Again, the ribs that had been injured earlier thanks to the spears and the shoulder tackles of Wardlow.
If he didn't have the wind knocked out of him then, he definitely does now.
Official didn't see it. Official was with LeBar.
And Wardlow going to capitalize. Surprise of nobody.
Wardlow driver coming. All day long, that's the battle cry.
Oh, sleeper.
RJ in a good night, everybody, again. Will the curtain come down on Wardlow?
And there's LeBar, look, in the corner. LeBar trying to set up that chair again.
Yeah, RJ's not aware, but that chair may not be a factor.
No.
Oh, now it is. Contingency plan number 2 in play. And that may have been the only thing that saved Wardlow from an impromptu nap. Oh, spear again.
Another spear. Those ribs cannot take much more, Joseph.
Not at all.
I speak as somebody who has taken many a spear in his career. 1 is bad enough. 2, I don't know.
Let alone from a man that size.
Absolutely.
Now you want to talk about a guy who...
There's a mistake. If I were him, I would have went for the pin right there. That may have been a rookie mistake on Wardlow's part.
A man who does things most his size can't or won't.
Oh, dear Lord.
Swanton bomb.
Right on those ribs.
That's got to do it. And there's that trademark cover again. And Wardlow's won the championship.
Unbelievable, but RJ's ribs couldn't take much more.
Add another name to the list. with a rich and decorated IWC history, defeated with insult and injury by the man with war in his name, who is now the current recognized IWC champion.
Yeah, it makes me sick, especially after what happened earlier in the night. I don't even know what to say right now, but Wardlow, I mean, if he thought this match was a war, if he thought it was difficult to win the IWC title, which I guarantee you, after watching RJ City fight, it was no easy feat for Wardlow to come out the victor. But if he thinks it was easy to win the title, it's going to be much harder to keep it because DJZ's coming for him.
Man that speaks from experience, we know how much that championship has meant to you for the better part of a decade now, as Wardlow becomes the latest name on a prestigious list. And Justin LaBar, he went all in on Wardlow, and man, he hit the jackpot here at Winner Take All.
Yeah, I guess so. He's got to be feeling on top of the world right now.
And you got to wonder what this means for the future of RJ City, who is no longer part of Team LaBar and maybe on the injured list himself after the 2-on-1 effects of LaBar and Wardlow in that championship match.
And you can see him clutching his ribs right now. He is hurt. Somebody get some help out there for that guy.
But DJZ, who can stop Wardlow?
I think you're sitting right next to the man who can stop him. It's just going to take me some time. I don't want to face that guy unless I'm 100%.
I hope we can see it sooner than later. Ladies and gentlemen, IWCWrestling.com. Seek us out on social media. Get ready for a wild and unpredictable 2017. Justin LaBar controls the IWC title, and Wardlow remains completely unstoppable.